Hello, welcome to this astrology forecast and energy transmission for the month of September 2025. We are in September today. I'm recording this on the 1st of September, and we are deep in the energies of eclipse season as September starts. We have a full lunar eclipse happening on next week on the 7th. I don't know what day of the week it is the 7th is on, but it's overnight for us on Sunday night, the 7th of September here in Australia. It officially peaks on the other side of midnight on the 8th, but we are going to experience that full moon rising on Sunday the 7th. And if we get up in the early hours of the morning here in Perth, Western Australia at 2 a.m., we will see the eclipse in process. So for people on the east coast of Australia, that will be just after 4 a.m. And we'll be able to see it in our sky for this particular eclipse on the full moon. This is quite a busy astrological month. We have quite a few planets changing signs. Mercury, having spent quite a bit of time in Leo with the retrograde, is moving into Virgo, and then within 16 days is going to zoom through Virgo and enter Libra within this month of September. We've also got a little bit of an interesting square between Mars and Jupiter happening on the 5th. So just in a few days' time. What Mars and Jupiter do when they come into a hard angle with one another is that there could be a feeling of new possibility or new opportunity arising with the Jupiter energy and good fortune. Mars can be a little bit brash. It might try to rush at something or grab at something or push something to happen that maybe isn't quite ready. So there's this urgency with Mars, there's this expansiveness with Jupiter. So it could end in a great new thing emerging in your life or in our world around us. It might not be in our individual lives, it might be just around. Or it could end up feeling quite stressed and strained and as though there's too much of a rush or it's premature expansion. Haven't done the work needed to make it feel stable and sustainable. That could be what happens in this first week in September. The second eclipse that we're having much later in the month on the 22nd here in Australia is the partial solar eclipse, again in Virgo, because we have our second new moon in Virgo happening this year. So it's very unusual to get two new moons or two full moons in the same sign. But because the new moon last week occurred at 0 degrees of Virgo, there's just enough time for us to get a second new moon in Virgo at 29 degrees before the sun moves into Libra the following day. So that second eclipse so it will be a solar eclipse. It's not a full solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse. That has a lot of different angles to a lot of different planets. So just to give you a snapshot, it's going to be opposite Saturn, it's going to be trine Uranus, it's going to be also opposite Neptune and trine Pluto. So that's a lot. That is actually a lot. Also this month, I'll come back to that. Also this month we have Saturn, actually today on the 1st, we have Saturn shifting from Aries back into Pisces. So Saturn's been retrograde for a while. It's now going to leave Aries for 5 months and head back into Pisces. And when we get planets moving from one sign back into another in their retrograde phase, there is a real energy of reviewing, redoing, remembering, picking up on a thread from before it left that sign. So you might want to have a look earlier in this year, I think it was in May, that Saturn shifted into Aries. What was happening then that needs to be re-looked at, needs to be reconsidered perhaps in your life? So as I said, there's quite a lot happening. With that solar eclipse on the new moon in Virgo at the end of Virgo season on the 22nd of September, there will be a sense of enhanced newness, enhanced new beginnings, but also complexity and layers to what might be going on in all of our lives. If you have some planets near that part of the zodiac, if you have your rising sign in the later degrees of Virgo or Pisces or Gemini or Sagittarius, you're going to feel this one. Anything from 18 or 19 degrees of Virgo through to 25 or 26 degrees of Virgo in planets or placements is going to have a connection, like a real soul connection to this partial solar eclipse. So expect the unexpected with these planetary alignments and be connected to your intuition, be connected to your essence. That is a sure way to ride these waves with greater grace and resilience, and know that whatever is occurring has been in the works and is sort of coming to light with that eclipse, or things are being accelerated because of the eclipse energy. So it's just an enhanced new beginning when we get an eclipse on a new moon. And have a think about what you've already been sensing since that first new moon in Virgo, which was on the 22nd of August, 22nd or 23rd of August. All right. That's probably enough astrology for the purposes of my community. Feel into your body. Thank you for being here, by the way. Thank you for connecting with this content and receiving what's on offer. Connect in with the breath and really ground your energy in this moment of now. Notice what you're feeling as you breathe in, as you breathe out, using this as a bit of a pause moment. Because we're only 1 week from the lunar eclipse, we're going to start feeling that the gathering energy of this full moon. It's going to feel quite captivating, a little bit intense. There's going to be, because it's a Pisces full moon, there's going to be this drawing upwards into our spiritual connections. There's going to be I'm really already sensing it since a couple of days ago. There's going to be a pull to connect spiritually with your guides, angels, intergalactic family, ancestors, God energy, universal energy. There's this holiness and a reverence that's coming in for us to attend to, and that part of us that exists in us all is really being called upon with this growing full moon to align with that part of us, to make time to meditate, to make time to sit in quietness outdoors, to align with Mother Earth and be connected to nature through simply viewing and appreciating nature, the little birds, the insects, the flowers, the trees, the blades of grass. Just feeling into what's here for you in Virgo season under the growing Pisces full moon. And I'm just bringing through the channeled message. I sense the Arcturians are here with us. There may be other... Nope, I just got told. No, it's purely Arcturian family coming in to share some insights about the month of September and how we can best support ourselves and feel in a sense of receiving with the energies that are available this month. Holding in your heart the true value of who you are and your heart's power to love, to appreciate small moments of joy, connection, peace, health, happiness, and stability and freedom. Noticing what you have and bathing in that sense of I have, I already have. The energies of this month for you, dear ones, is very much about grounding, gratitude. Living gratitude is what we mean. Living it out in your words, actions, thoughts, feelings, intentions. This brings peace. This brings open hearts. It steadies the heart to be able to withstand the challenges and the stress that are coming on a continual bombardment into your awareness, either from close quarters or from far away. There is a lot you are encountering that is hard, that is confronting and sad. And you can hold space, you can hold compassion and kindness for all that you observe. There is no need to hide away, run away, shut it off. You can hold all of that when you have an open heart, because the more open your heart, the more considered your sharing of energy becomes, and there is plenty to go around. You can retain your center of peace while you care. It is not one or the other. It is not a giving away. It is not there's not a resignation. It is not a falling down and collapsing that needs to happen when feeling a sense of compassion for another. It is not needed for you to feel drained. It is possible to build on your heart frequency to a point where it is so strong, it is so high in its vibration that it encompasses all that is. It encompasses the joy, the pain, the fear, the anger, the frustration, the bewilderment that many people on earth are experiencing on a daily basis. And at this high frequency, you also see that the sun is shining, the grass is green, you have enough resources available to you right now to live and thrive. Be at one with your power. Be at one with the support available to you in these other realms from which we come. If only you could see the light, the crowds of angels, ascended masters, intergalactic beings, light beings, dragons and unicorns. dear ancestors of yours. They surround you now. Please take this moment to pause into the wealth of support that you have on so many levels. And the layers of existence that you participate in are quite miraculous. This reality is only one of them. You exist in other dimensions simultaneously. We'll just leave it at that. Your spirit is eternal, as is everything in the universe. Everything is eternal. Things may transmute and change and alter over time as you know it. And there is your essence, which remains pure, unique, needed, wonderful, beloved. We thank you. We bless you. May you know how loved you are. May September be a month of becoming the spiritual frequency that is your birthright. Opportunities abound. You are being readied. Hum, 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 bram, put, bra, put, how, da. We are complete. If some of the sound failed to come through, it's okay. The frequency still comes. As soon as we're in each other's presence, we're in a field of energy and all is conveyed without us needing to use our five senses. Thank you. I hope you have a beautiful September and you enjoy eclipse season. There will be a video coming out for the full moon eclipse and then the new moon solar eclipse later in the month. I look forward to joining you, having you join me in the coming weeks. Take care.